guys, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. If you guys are always here, what's up? Hello, welcome back. Today's video obviously is a plan with me. So today was actually my first day back for the semester and it is my last semester in college, which I am so excited for. So since it is my last semester, I will probably never have the opportunity to film a video like this again. So basically today I'm showing you guys how I plan and prepare and kind of set up my planner for a new semester. I also kind of have a lot going on in life, so I'll show you guys how I like to organize and try to maintain sanity with all of the tasks that I have going on. I kind of obsessively over plan, and sometimes that can be good and sometimes that can be bad, but I'll show you guys kind of just how I attempt to organize my life. If you guys don't know much about me, I am a second-year X-ray school student. So I go to a community college and I will be getting an associate's in applied science degree. I'm in my last semester, like I said, so I'm preparing for boards and graduation relatively soon. I graduate in May, which is nuts. It's literally going to fly by. Other things that I have going on in my life, obviously I have this YouTube channel. I like to post 1 to 2 times per week, so I also like to try to stay on top of that with video ideas. And then I also have an Etsy shop. I sell and hand make scrunchies. That one has definitely gone on the back burner since starting my last 2 semesters of school, just because I'm very, very busy with all of the things going on in my life. So I do try to stockpile everything up. My Etsy shop is actually on vacation this week just because I am preparing for this new semester. So I wanted to kind of give myself a break from one thing. And then lastly, I am also an intern X-ray tech at a hospital. Basically for that, I work on Thursdays because we don't have any class. Sometimes I will work Friday nights after I'm done with clinical at 3. I will work 5 to 9 sometimes, and then usually my shifts are always Saturday and Sunday, which are 9 to 9, so I will usually work 24 hours on the weekends. Monday through Wednesday and Friday are basically for school. So kind of a lot going on. I try to stay on top of it as much as I can and not have mental breakdowns, but you know, it gets the best of us, but I try my best. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, I also, conveniently enough, work in a different town. So I work an hour away from my college town here, which this is my apartment. I didn't intend for that to happen. It just kind of happened. If I could choose, I would want to end up back in my hometown. So when I did see that this intern position was open, I applied and I ended up getting it. And when I do work, I stay with my parents. If you guys ever watch my vlogs and it's like a weekend vlog, I'm 99% of the time at my parents' house because they live in my hometown, obviously. That's kind of the rundown of my life and what I have going on. So I have 2 classes this semester. They're both on Tuesdays, like I said. So I have a few different dates that I want to punch into my planners, plural. So first of all, I try to stay organized with an actual written planner because I'm very much so a to-do list type of person. I have to write everything out in like 3 different places so I don't forget anything. This is a planner from Target. I believe it's the Day Designer for Target planner. I did get this at the end of last school year, so basically around probably April or May of 2019. So this is a daily planner. I'll show you guys kind of up close, but basically it has a written out schedule from 6 to 8 p.m. and then it has a whole to-do list. And then I also keep track of everything on Google Calendar. So what's nice about Google Calendar is that you can sync it up with your phone. I have an iPhone personally. I don't know much about technology. I do like it for that aspect that it will sync to my iCalendar on my phone. I'm sure I could just use iCalendar. Different planning supplies that I like to use are these erasable pens. These are the Flexion Clicker erasable pens. I like to use an erasable pen in my planner because life happens and things change, so I like to be able to erase and move things around if need be. And like every overly obsessed planner, I like to use highlighters. These are the Zebra mild liners and they actually are double-sided. This is the thinner side and then this is the thicker side. I'll show you guys how I use the highlighters in my planner. So I think that's pretty much everything as for planning. Here's kind of my monthly overview. I do color coordinate my classes just for the first few months until I get used to like what colors I use in my planner. And when it comes to work or appointments, I usually highlight it with this gray highlighter. And then I do have my syllabus in here, which I will show you guys when I transfer over all of this stuff. And then also I mark my paydays by this little dot next to the days. Here are my syllabi. I got them in class today, and then wherever we have tests or quizzes or assignments due, I will highlight where those are at and then I'll transfer them over to my planner. I'm just going to start off with the monthly view and transfer everything over from my syllabus and start there. that's everything just from the syllabus at the moment. I'm sure more things will come up. And then from all of these assignments, I will take these and actually write them on the days that they are due. So here is kind of how I plan for every week. And this is kind of like a time blocking type of situation, if you will. It's 4:10 and I haven't written pretty much anything down just because I've been pretty busy. I have a bunch of assignments to do, but I did write them down on something else, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, which is on my MacBook. That's that. Okay, I'm gonna finish writing all of my syllabus information in my planner. Okay, I'm done with all of that. When it comes to my Google Calendar, it looks exactly the same as my like monthly spread on my actual like written planner. But the one difference is that I don't really put anything school related as to assignments on my Google Calendar, just because I don't want the constant notifications that you have an assignment due today. I'd rather like keep on track of those in an actual planner. So this is more so for school and other life events, like life to-dos. And then when it comes to appointments and my work schedule, I like to put that in my Google Calendar. So my boss just put out my February and March schedule, so I'm going to transfer those dates onto my Google Calendar just so I know when I work, because I don't always have my planner like this with me. The one other thing that I do put in my Google Calendar is my clinical rotations. So the rotation that I'm at right now is technically one rotation, but we rotate through 3 clinical sites. Kind of confusing. If you're not in my program, it doesn't really make much sense. Kind of irrelevant. That's pretty much all that's in here. And then one other thing that I wanted to show you guys is my little to-do list sticky note on my actual laptop. So for one of my classes, we're not allowed to use laptops, but for the other one we can. So I like to keep like a running little checklist of my assignments, and then when I'm in class and at the school, I can just focus on not writing everything in my planner. So I write all of my assignments, like reading different chapters, or if I need to do like a workbook page or something, I'll keep that all on my little sticky notes. I have a MacBook, so that's where I get my sticky note app from. It's just automatically installed on there. And then once I get a free second, I will write it down in my planner. As for my daily checklist, this is kind of how I'll write it. I will try to get everything done on the day that I write it. Hopefully I'll be able to finish doing some of these things tonight. I need to write a few more things in my planner, such as like editing and stuff, which I want to get done tonight. And then hopefully I can do some homework preparation. None of these are due until next week. Well, some of them aren't even due for a long time. Every time I start a new semester, I get so overwhelmed. Just have to keep telling myself that it's the last semester, and then I hopefully won't have to deal with this ever again. So as for like scrunchie planning, like I said, I put that pretty much on the back burner, and when I do get an order, I get a notification on my phone since I do have it through Etsy, so that's nice. I will be starting that back up next week, and I have a bunch of new releases that I need to finish sewing, but I just don't have any free time. This weekend I have Saturday off, so maybe I can work a little bit on those then, but I work Sunday 9 to 9, and then the next 2 weekends I work Saturday, Sunday 9 to 9. So I'm gonna be very busy this semester because we're going to Vegas for a conference in February, and then like 3 weeks later I'm going to Cozumel for spring break. So it's gonna be a busy semester. But lastly, for YouTube, I really only plan for YouTube on my phone. Times, as you guys I'm sure have noticed, I film a lot of vlogs which are not very time consuming. So when it comes to editing my videos, I will try to edit them as soon as I can, just so I don't have that piling up, but I usually will edit on clinical evenings. So thankfully this semester we only have 7-hour clinical days, which is exciting. I get my schoolwork done and then I will edit. So usually I stay up to like 10 or 11 p.m. and then go to bed. I don't know if this video was helpful at all, but this is kind of how I organize my life, being a full-time student, having a job, 2 little side hustles, if you will, because I do make money from Etsy and YouTube, obviously. So I will link everything down below that I can, such as like the pens, the highlighters, a planner that is similar to this. If you guys have any planning tips or things that you like to use to stay organized with all of your things that you have going on in your life, you should comment them down below, because I'm sure all of us can benefit from hearing other different tips. But that was interesting. I have a semester packed full of things to do. We have a capstone project in my registry prep class. We also have a portfolio that we need to do that has like all of our resume stuff in it and cover letters. For the radiation biology class, we have pretty much a whole semester long project that we're working on. I have a lot of work on my hands, but I'm excited to finish off my last semester and create more college content for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are in college as well. That is going to be all for this video. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. A little shameless plug. Don't forget to shop the merch. I hand drew it all myself. Pat on the back. I will see you guys in a new video very soon.